I often make the comparison between Uno and Dungeons and Dragons. A buddy of mine years ago brought this up. He said, his name was Alex Merced. He ran for Senate in like 2016 or something. But he said he wanted government to be more, tax to be more like Uno compared to Dungeons and Dragons. And everything, regulations, everything to be more like Uno than Dungeons and Dragons. Meaning that if I have a pack of Uno cards and I walk into a bar or a club or wherever I am and I say, hey guys, you want to play some Uno? I could probably get a couple guys or gals to decide to play some Uno with me. They know how to play it. You can play. You don't need a referee. And if they don't know how to play, I could teach them in a couple of minutes and we could play a game if we wanted to. But if I walk in with a bunch of my Dungeons and Dragons books and say, hey guys, who wants to play Dungeons and Dragons? Most people are going to say, what's wrong with you? No, what's that? I might get someone to play maybe. If I do, I got to explain the rules. It's over an hour to explain the rules. And the best part about Uno is no need for a referee. No need for a referee at all. We look, it's a red 2. You don't put down a 2 or a red, you're cheating. We all know. Dungeons and Dragons, everybody's hiding, right? Our current system and everything we do is Dungeons and Dragons, and it should be Uno.
The problem that I have with this analogy is I feel like you're the one who's advocating for a greater degree of complexity. I'm advocating we tax these corporations, then we use their money, which is a fairly straight and by the books process. It's mostly just about ensuring that money goes to where it's needed. Whereas you're advocating for the government to essentially sign advertisement deals with corporations. And that is an avenue which I think has a greater degree of potential for corruption. You could have corporations saying that, you know, they're offered $100 million to put an ad up on a bridge, but then like, hey, mayor, you know, we're the biggest game in town. You want us to leave? Give it to us for $5 million. And then it turns out the bridge never gets properly funded because the estimates for how much that advertisement space was worth end up getting shortcut by some dirty dealing behind the scenes. I think that your system actually leads to a greater amount of potential nefarious activity between these institutions, whereas while the tax system is admittedly complicated, at the end of the day, you crank those numbers up, you get that money, and then after that, public spending is mostly a transparent process. It's not perfect. We can improve on that, but we can tell when money is being misallocated, and we can see when construction delays are running excessively. I feel like that process leads to more transparency.